Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of where the mesh selecting tools are at. It's very early on. I'm going to actually kill the sphere because it's a little bit slow. Just make a big plane here. It's going to make a 30 by 30 plane. Let's do that up so you can see it. Okay. Let's make a key. Let's do it right up a bit. Actually, make a little bit interesting shape. But you turn those selecting off, you can actually adjust your cube shape. Now, there's a little bit of a lighting issue. Just to make that easier to see, I think I'm going to change the selection brush is actually going to be blue. So, now, what we need to do is target our surface. So that's going to be our surface. Set that as the target surface. In other words, the one that we're going to be editing vertexes in. And now we have our cube. So, in this case, it's a selection mesh. If I got this right click, it's sticking below. When you push the test button, this is just temporarily me. If I got it all set up right, it will just give me that funny little message. But now, when we move this out of the way, we're going to surface here. Let's just turn vertex color display on. You can see it made yellow stain, for lack of a better term. I had it change the vertex color of the plane anywhere that that's done. So let's just go up here. Done. As long as you're enclosing the vertexes you want to mark, you're all set. And spheres contain a whole lot more vertexes, so if you're using them as a selection brush, you should be aware that it takes longer, and that's something I'm still working on. But spheres will work, any shape will work if you have a custom shape or what have you. If you see there, it took a little bit longer to process all of the model. So if you need a round shape, sometimes a cylinder is actually faster. If you need the full sphere, depending on the shape you're working on, this will work as well. Pretty soon I'm going to have the perspective, or sorry, the parallel view or ISO views working for selection, so you can just drag select the it's on the screen. That's coming. Anyhow, I've just chucked our selection meshes up there. We have our amazing 3D plane. So let's just make a container mesh. And we have our plane. And put it in that mesh. Just to be sure, I haven't tested this, so I'm just going to relock it. Make sure it's locked. If I right click that, that'll unlock the mesh. But in this case, I want to left click it. I want to make sure that that mesh's surface, in this case it's called surface 9, is the target. Now, what we want to do is make a bone. Now that bone just got made, and you can't see it because a single bone on its own will not draw. Not yet anyhow. So we're going to select that bone, and we're going to set its parent the empty mesh. Okay, so they're all in this wonderful little mesh. Just going to save that. Save that out. sometimes when you're working with the beta and testing stuff can go weird. So let's get to that bone. And we've now set that as the target bone. So when we do stuff on here, the stuff that we're going to do is going to happen on the target bone. I'm just going to go in and confirm the target surface again, because I'm not sure if I made the save operation clear that. So there's some yellow marks on the mesh here, and that's all good. Let's get our original selection key. I'm not going to overdo all of the marks we made, but now what's happening inside, I'm just going to make a couple here, the meshes of the selection, this blue selection box, is highlighting the verts that we're used to seeing before, turning them yellow, and it's also now assigning these to that bone. So we've just done that. Just on the edge just for fun. Okay, so the first time you saw me just coloring the surface, here I've now, because I've set a target bone, it's not just colored where I've dropped it, it's actually attached it to the bone. The way you can tell in a second, I'm just going to save, quick save, is if you grab the bone, you'll notice that the manipulator's gone straight to the bone. If you move the bone around, you see that? If you move the bone around, you're actually moving the verts on that surface. So if you go back up and put it in wireframe here, go back and select the bone, you can see the painted vertexes have been edited. So you've got that there. That's pretty cool. So why don't we come down here and let's add the default 20 frame track. Okay, so that's frame 1. We'll go to the first frame, set a key. Let's go to the last frame, set a key. And actually, the other thing you can do with the bone here, set as the animation target. This makes some things a little easier. Anyhow, so set the key, 0, set the key. And I'm going to go in the middle, about frame 10, and I'm going to lift up this. And set a key, and I'm also going to grab the pose. The reason for that is, if I right-click the pose, it'll go back to it. So, set the key. Right-click to jump to the next one. To up to 15, right-click, recall the pose, and set the key. Now, if you were to play this animation, that's all you see, right? Just pop it up and down. That's fine. Okay, so stop the animation. We're going to go to frame 5. What I want to do for frame 5, I'm going to move a little bit that way, a little bit that way, but a lot of bit that way maybe. And we're going to set that key. And I'm going to go to frame 15. I'm going to do the opposite. Cool looking. Set that key. See that set. Just going to center that on the screen. So now, if you're clicking on different spots, you can see the mesh is actually moving around a bit like Jello. If I do this from a different perspective, you can actually push start and then slow her down. See how quickly I just did a bone animation on a mesh. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that is pretty much how quick it can be. Just going to slow it down here. Of course, you see it in wireframe pretty easy. It's the vertexes. If you're actually in vertex view mode, you can see the affected vertexes. That's the actual mesh. I know it doesn't look amazing. Get a surface. Maybe load a texture to it. And flags set length 7. Apply. Kind of, that's it. Running near the amount of time I want to spend on this here, but for those of you that were wondering if you were going to be able to do and edit mesh animation, not just entities themselves, here we see from scratch attaching a bone to a surface, attaching just the vertexes. Now it's 100% weight set, and then animating the bone and seeing the outcome on the mesh. So I'm just going to save this in, and I'll include that. Put that in the folder. And actually, yeah, we're going to say yes to the textures. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and have a look for this mesh up on the P3D site for the P3D beta testers and whatnot. And again, thanks for watching.